to the stream. Today, we'll be doing the Mr. House ending, which will be fun and rewarding for everybody involved. Then, we're gonna do the NCR ending. Then we're gonna do the Yes Man ending. Will I play the DLCs? Probably not. After this, I'll probably move on to greener pastures. But it was fun revisiting this series. Sure, the game could be better optimized, and the crashes were annoying, but it isn't as bad as I once thought. So now we're gonna go to Jacobstown. Hey, Marcus.
I like how you handled Keen. Without the Night King.
There we go. So, since we helped him out, the good doctor, the Nightkin are going to be better, which is great for us. Come on, Jimmer. And I love how I made my character into just this. I've said it a lot in the previous episode, but he's just a living tank. Just in every sense of the word.
Is there something else?
Arcade Gannon asked me to gather all the former members of the Enclave.
I'm intrigued, so I'll go to this reunion. I'll be handing things over to Calamity, so talk to her if anything comes up. Oh, you'll need my word from the passphrase to get into the bunker. Friends.
Goodbye.
Doc Henry always was a hard one to figure out. It didn't seem to matter whether he was working with humans or dogs. He had an equal lack of affection for both. A regular Diogenes. I'm not sure what the man was after. Knowledge is power, but to what end for Henry, I have no idea. The problem was what mattered to him, not its practical impact. He simply solved riddles because they existed.
His work was what mattered to him.
Not everyone dreams of being a revolutionary, I suppose. Maybe we can't all change the world. Maybe it's enough just to do good for the short time that we're here. No one's going to sing Doc Henry's praises when he's gone. But he's probably saved more lives than I ever will.
Yep. And we're going to do the good ending for Ganon, where he stays with the followers instead of fighting in the battle. Here we go. There she is, the pilot. You probably didn't even see her once.
Fine weather for flying. It's times like these that make...
Arcade Gannon is reuniting the remnants.
Told you everything about us, did he? Well, it's been a while since I've had my hands on the controls of a vertibird. There's a chance I could crash us in the middle of Lake Mead. That place seems to attract aircraft for some reason. But if I get one more chance to fly, count me in. I'll be there. My part of the passphrase is dear.
How did you like flying vertebrates for the Enclave?
I was never happier than when I was in the cockpit. I was able to go just about anywhere and everywhere, limited only by the fuel I could carry.
Yep.
There were more than a few missions where I took the scenic route home just so I could stay in the air. Caught hell for it every time, but worth it. Some of the things we did were questionable, I know. That's just how it was back then. Figure I've done enough good to make up for any sins, anyhow.
Goodbye.
Watch your six out there.
What's up? Since my mother died, Daisy's been the only woman in my life. She was the only other woman close to my father, too. She flew him out on over a dozen missions, including his last. I've always been close to Daisy. There have been some good men along the way, but lovers make poor confidants. Daisy never had children of her own, so she was always there to listen. Being in the Enclave didn't mean much to her. She just loved to fly.
It was an important part of her life. Why should she enjoy it?
As screwed up as it sounds, at least she was a part of something. Granted, it was something admittedly pretty bad, but it was something. If you spent the first half of your life flying Enclave troopers in a vertibird, I suppose picking over pre-war rocket parts doesn't quite compare.
And then, Cannibal Johnson, my man. My main man, in fact. Ow.
Well, it's about damn time.
Oh.
I've been in the Reaper's shadow for...
Okay, get in. Must be to reclaim the members of the Enclave.
Thought I recognized the fellow with you. So what's this reunion?
Thanks to your experiences in technology, will help resolve the conflict in this region.
Well, now there's an interesting idea. Do a bit of good before we're all dead and forgotten. You can count me in. Oh, and in case Arcade forgot to mention it, there's a 5...
If I had to pick anyone who didn't belong in the Enclave, it would definitely be Johnson. He hated what the Enclave was doing. Day to day, week to week, he would question orders, subvert mission objectives, do anything he could to serve without serving. It's amazing he was never court-martialed. He always had good things to say about my father. Said I was like him in a lot of ways. I wish I knew.
Why worry about it? I'm sure your father would be proud of you.
I wonder if he would. It's pointless, I know, but sometimes I wonder what he wanted me to be. Maybe being a doctor in the middle of Nevada wasn't exactly what he had in mind for his little boy.
This game has some of the best companions there is.
Just as a warning,
has everything that you would really want. The only problem is the age of it. Like if they remade this game, it'd probably make everyone love the motherfuckers back at Bethesda. The new Elder Scrolls should be coming out soon. That should make everyone forget their recent failures, unless it's bad. Which is why I'm going to wait a month or two to see how the reviews say. Always within the first week, you'd get a bunch of good ones, unless the game is absolute dog shit. Then after a month, when people actually start, beating the game, you have people complaining about the story and whatnot, which, I probably won't spoil myself on it too much.
Looks like I forgot to lock the doors again. If you're with the NC...
Arcade Gannon and I were looking for you.
In a while, Arcade. So, what's the point of all this?
There we go.
Is that right?
Do you have a preference?
I wouldn't mind...
What's up? Moreno took the fall of the Enclave. He said...
Yeah? Oh.
Hold on. I want to check something out.
You have... Oh, I'll come.
What's up?
There we go.
Moreno took the fall of the Enclave hard. He never questioned his orders, never questioned the legitimacy of what the Enclave was doing. To him, it was all one unbroken chain, from Washington to Richardson. When we left Navarro, I remember looking up at him. He said, "Kiss America goodbye, boys." When we left the Enclave behind, the love in him burned itself out. Now there's just a bitter old man.
Don't be too hard on him. It's part of who he is.
I suppose you're right. When you're part of something for that long, maybe it's impossible to let go without losing part of yourself. Moreno may be a stubborn son of a bitch, but at least he's loyal.
There we go. And now to the remnants.
Sure, just don't treat me like a pack Brahmin, okay?
Before we go in, I'm gonna need to put, actually, I'm just gonna sell it. I won't be needing this armor anymore. There's enemies now? Where are they? These fuckers. Oh, it's Edie. There we go. This is going here. Dear old friends, remember Navarro. And they have all these.
What are you talking to me for? Talk to Krieger.
The NCR took back Nelson. Maybe they can
Stop
win this war
running.
after all.
Glad to see you made it.
I'll talk to Monroe.
Watch out!
I didn't come all the way out.
The remnants could come in guns blazing, showing the NCR how it's done. You can you actually don't want that?
I can't believe you've actually talked me into this. Fine, I'm in. But don't expect me to hold my fire if any NCR troops get in the way. Watch out!
There we go.
Thanks for doing this. I'll be honest, I still don't know how this is all gonna
You certainly done your part.
because I know
If you're so sure it's gonna be better, then maybe you should stay in Freeside.
I honestly didn't expect you to say that. When I talked to you about Daisy and the other,
You were born in Navarro, but you're your own man. They have their fight. You have yours.
true.
Moreno's a stubborn son of a bitch, but he's also tougher than any of us. Since Whitman will be staying with the vertebrate, she's offered to give. You'll need special training to use.
I'll talk to her then.
Watch out!
Watch out!
I appreciate. Watch
And
out!
now we have the armor. Maybe we don't need that anymore. Let's go! And now we can finally do the battle. I love the little fan in the back.
Like I said, I thought and
I'm honored.
it's the least I.
And now, we have the best armor in the game.
If there's one thing there's no shortage of in the Mojave, it's fun.
Hmm. Let's see here. No, we don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. And we got it. Now it's time for the final mission of Oma and Papa. After this, we won't have to do anything.
Something else you want?
There we go. Remnants are dealt with.
All four of my...
Now they leave. We don't have to deal with any of their bullshit.
Thank you for visiting New Vegas. Continuing patrol.
Let us go. After this, we'll do my boy. Yes, man.
The Legion's...
I'm ready. Let's finish this.
We've accomplished a great deal.
Let's do this.
You must get to the control room and install the override chip.
All or nothing. So we're fighting for the side of the NCR. Oh shit, they got the anti-air. Oh, that dealt nothing. Oh, I need some drugs. Some steady will work. What's he needed? Whatever, I don't care. It's okay, man. Dragon. Wait, where's my old baby? Oh, baby. One down. Two down. Now we've done that, we can go over here and go to the Dan Tower. Go down here. Let's heal up some more.
Stop. You shouldn't be here.
Colonel Moreau is in trouble. She needs help now.
Damn it all.
There we go. Watch them. Open the door. And now we get to just do this.
I knew you'd make it. Resourceful as always. The override module is functioning properly. I just need you to head over to the East Power Plant. When you return topside, I think you'll see that my Securitron army is a little more than the Legion. Oh, and before you go, grab that printout spooling from the console here. Those papers set the terms for the NCR's unconditional service. I thought you might enjoy the honor of presenting them to the NCR's commanding officer once the Legion has been defeated. Cheers.
Yeah, let's take a little read. To General Oliver Orhais, ranking survivor, to NCR President, to NCR Council, from Robert Edwin House. As Chief Executive of the Free Economic Zone of New Vegas, I hereby demand the immediate withdrawal of all NCR military personnel from New Vegas and its surrounding territories. A. Yes, all military personnel includes NCR Rangers. B. The New Vegas and its territories includes, but not limited to, Hoover Dam, McCarran International Airport, Helios 1, and El Dorado Substation. It is important to note that my vast, heavily armed Securitrons have been rather inflexibly programmed to respond to acts of aggression with overwhelming force. A. For example, heavily armed and overwhelming force. I will refer you to the pitiless campaign of extermination my Securitrons will have visited upon Caesar's Legion by the time you're reading this document. B. Any NCR military personnel who do not withdraw from New Vegas and its territories will be seen as committing an act of aggression. NCR civilians are not subject to this order of withdrawal. They may visit New Vegas freely, enjoying all the Vegas Strip has to offer. So long as NCR military personnel comply with this order to withdrawal, electricity and water will continue to flow from Hoover Dam to NCR. Electricity 5 caps per kilowatt hour, water 5 caps per gallon. The NCR office will budget these resources. Receive invoices bi-weekly. Prices are subject to change without notice. Cordially, Robert Edwin House, Chief Executive, Free Economic Zone in New Vegas. Yep, they're screwed. Let's go.
Is it true? Is there really a brotherhood base in Mojave?
One down. 2 down. God damn, I love playing a melee build. Oh, Mr. House's face are everywhere. Oh god. The Yes Man ending is going to be the same, except I leave the Brotherhood alive. Actually, no, the NCR ending is probably the best one in my opinion. And funnily enough, the worst ending I feel in my opinion, is the Yes Man ending, because it's just meh. Like, you don't really get to do, like, oh, you could choose whatever you want. Yeah, but is that fun? Like, really? You have these, like, complex shit. Oh, hello, gamers. Everyone's already dead. Never mind. Done.
Let's get going. We have a battle. You better get moving.
This is fun. There's my Securitrons. Let's go. One of my fun facts about it is that Yes Man is already known to General Oliver, so I think there has to be some sort of connection between General Oliver and Benny and all that. Like he tried to make a deal with him and whatnot. Like, hey. Oh god! Now I'm imagining like the whole entire conversation between Oliver and Benny, and Oliver's like, "Can you please speak for goddamn normal?" He's like, "I ain't gonna think. I speak how I would speak." Fuck you. How about that? Come on. There. Die. I teleport to you and kill you. Come on, Cannibal Johnson. Me, you versus the world. Take them all out. Got him. That's how you do it. Yeah, he's making a distraction. Never mind, I'm the distraction now. You two-piece chicken McNobody, you die. Oh, I'm withdrawing. Oh, God. I need a med pack. Hold on. Dude, my speech is still 100. Oh, I level up. That's cool. It's not like it's gonna matter. Here we go.
An envoy of Vegas, yet you carry yourself for battle. If so, you cannot truly be of that city of cowards.
If you think you got a chance for taking Hoover Dam, you're
Many
wrong.
graves in the East are filled with those who said as much. with braver words, not backed by strength. It is Kaiser's will this gate to the west bear the flag of the Legion. Kaiser's will shall be done.
Maybe you're willing to listen to reason?
I see you fight with words, like all beneath the flag of the bear. Let us hope your skill with weapons proves greater.
This battle is decided, that's why I'm here.
So you seek quarter? Terms of surrender? Our roads into NCR are hung with the bodies of those who attempted to negotiate with us. Save your speeches. We will take Hoover Dam and move forward until our feet crush the setting sun beneath them.
Move forward, the Legion spent years trying to take Hoover Dam.
Hoover Dam has never seen the mass strength of the East. Only legates such as Graham, who deserve the fire Kaiser blessed him with. Now I am here, and make markers of your people as the Legion carves its way west.
And then what of the East?
You speak in circles. What of the East? I am the East, and I will prove it this day.
And if you need all of the East to crush the West...
The victory here shall be swift. Our forces shall take the dam, secure it, then build a road west on the bodies of the NCR. The East will hold. Once across the Colorado, nothing to rival Hoover Dam remains.
It is not the strength of the West that will slow you down, it's their weakness.
Your weakness? You seek to thwart me by claiming the Legion is too strong for you.
NCR's weakness is it'll take an entire army to hold the West.
That does not mean we would not succeed.
Eventually, but moving your whole army west means losing the East. You can't hold both.
The East was a hard-fought campaign. Even now, Kaiser drew too much of the Legion's blood needed there for this. Hoover Dam is but a place. I will not have it be the gravestone of the Legion, whether quickly, or as you describe, slowly, by attrition.
There's victory in your wisdom, Legate.
As for wisdom, there is wisdom in your words, man of the West. Know that I shall return east. I shall not remain there forever. On that day, the strength of the bear shall be tested. If the West is one day filled with ones such as you, perhaps it shall be a worthy fight indeed.
If you feel that war matters that much, perhaps you will see it differently in time.
My coming would have saved you, set your people free in ways they cannot see. War would have tested them, broken the weak with its violence, yet allowing the strong to arise. Violence gave you that strength, awakened you. I can see it upon your face, where 2 bullets left their mark. Perhaps it is unfortunate Wolpex was not here to hear your words. Something tells me you would prove more than his match. Until the day when our armies meet again, envoy of Vegas. I shall wait for you on the battlefield.
So, the Legate, the 2 shots, then he shot you twice in the head. And then for another thing is, what I loved is this whole entire talking down. If you say that he surrenders, he will immediately fight you because he doesn't surrender. Oh, my eyes! Hello, Mr. Oliver.
Caesar on the cross. Been a long time since I've seen the kind of work you've laid down today. A damn long time. And the screams of those Legion bastards as they kick dirt running east like a choir of angels to my ears. Speaking of, that crazy light show over the fort? What the fuck was that? Some kind of thumb of God you called down? Amazing. Fucking amazing. Could use 100 of you. Just scatter you over the east like jacks. Give those plum fucks the what for.
I can't take all the credit, but it wasn't really a gamble either.
Gambling? What? You looking to start a game now that the smoke's died down?
Ooh. They're all just there.
What is this Brahmin shit? I'm not getting the feeling we're all about to sing Kumbaya here.
I have terms of your surrender here.
What the hell are you talking? The free economic zone of New Vegas? What the hell does that mean? it's NCR's immediate withdrawal. Withdraw? Like fucking hell we're withdrawing. We just held the dam. We didn't do it to let it... This paper of yours isn't fit to wipe my ass. If you think after all that's happened, I'm going to grab my ankles and take it like the Legion.
The terms are fair. Refusing them would not be in your best interest.
You know I won't surrender the dam. And certainly not to the ghost man of Vegas and his new right hand of the week.
You will, because the alternative is worse and useless, much like the NCR.
We held this place for years. Kicked one-legged out of here so hard Caesar burned him to a crisp. It's our post. We fought for it. I'll fight for it again today. If you're looking to convince me otherwise, you better have a lot more reason.
The fact that you're telling me, talking with me, says a lot about your willingness to fight.
True. Guess I'm a little too used to seeing Securitrons in Vegas to think they turn and be bad news. And I know how bad they can get. Look, House, Vegas, it's pretty. Got you blinded a bit maybe. But NCR's got perks too. Think about it before you sign on. And if you say no, keep in mind what that means. NCR may have its problems, but when we're riled, watch out.
Tell your soldiers you're going to attack Vegas and see what happens.
I'm not going to throw away the lives of my men just to make a point. And there'll be other days.
There we go. We've done it.
You know, I've had thousands of employees in my time. Few met my expectations. Fewer still surpassed them. Your performance has been nothing short of spectacular. If I have need for a specialist of your stripe again, I'll know just where to turn. Back to Vegas, shall we? I really should do something about that monorail with all the new resources at hand. I can make sure it not only runs, but runs on time. Always bothered me, the imprecision. No need to worry about the general, by the way. He'll be held responsible, publicly disgraced. 36.5% probability of suicide, by my estimate. Kimball won't be able to save him. He'll be too busy getting thrown out of office. But less than a 3% chance of suicide, mind you. Vegas might see a dip in revenue for a few months, half a year. But soon enough, the tourists and their money will be pouring in. Vegas will be a shining
we got
jewel
the
in
secure
middle of the
transition.
desert, an
That's cool.
oasis of light, a beacon to show mankind the way to the stars. This is just the start, you see. This is where it all begins.
There we go.
And so the courier who had cheated death
All
in the
or
cemetery
nothing.
outside Good Springs cheated death once again, and the Mojave wasteland was forever changed. Mr. House's Securitron army took control of
Hey,
the
Mr.
dam and the strip,
Cannibal Johnson and called
pushing
into the
both
room.
the Legion and the exhausted NCR out of New Vegas. Mr. House continued to run New Vegas his
Hey,
way,
gamer.
a despotic vision of pre-war glory. The streets were orderly, efficient, cold. New Vegas continued to be the sole place in the wasteland where fortunes were won and lost in the blink of an
He's just
eye.
hanging around the
The
room.
courier, fair and kind-hearted to those in the wasteland, ensured that Mr. House
There
would
he
keep
is.
New Vegas stable and secure for future generations. Mr. House afforded him every luxury at his disposal in the Lucky 38, out of gratitude
is.
and a quiet sense of pride for his choice in lieutenants.
Tabitha and Rhonda went east, through Caesar's land. Occasionally, tales of their exploits found their
There
way
he is
back
again.
west, though few believed them.
So the way that this works
Eventually, the
is
stories concerning
Cannibal
the duo were
Johnson
collected and
was
published,
teleported into the
and
room
proved to be quite
where there's
popular
only
with
two
children.
NPCs, the player
Invigorated
and the
by his travels
narrator.
with the courier,
But
Raoul
now
was
he's
lost
just
to
walking
his
around
death
in a circle.
in memory of his lost Rafaela.
This is actually pretty
Soon
rare.
after, the Mojave
I
was
thought
filled
I
with
thought this would be
tales of
Edie,
those vaqueros
but that's probably what
who
the
hunts down those who
body jiggling you'll hear in the
Mr.
background.
House showed little interest on the boomers, who eventually began venturing out to Nellis to
There he
meet
is.
and trade with travelers.
Buried beneath tons of rubble, the Mojave chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel was no more. Those few who were outside the Hidden Valley bunker when it was destroyed settled into new lives, or headed west to find a new chapter to join.
Though she'd seen the writing on the wall, the destruction of the Mojave Brotherhood came far more suddenly than Veronica had expected. The news devastated her. Despite her best efforts to leave her past behind, she found herself compelled to make one
this
final
will be much
journey
of the
to Hidden
same.
Valley.
So, we're gonna do... Let's see. Is this one it? This one here. There's Yes Man, so we already killed him, so we just have to go back. And we're gonna go back to... We're not gonna make the same mistake as before. So we're gonna bring my boys back, Edie and my boy Raul. So let's hurry up and go. Let's not leave them too long.
By order of...
Oh, wait. Let's hurry up and go. I'll show you the ending where Ganon stays with those motherfuckers known as the Followers of the Apocalypse. Because I want to get the best ending, which I think is the NCR. Because people are like, oh, this game does not have good and bad. It's like, I'm like, no, it has one good NCR, one bad, which is Legion, one neutral, which is Mr. House, and one what I like to call variable, which is Yes Man. And Yes Man, well, he is who he
I didn't
is.
think anyone could kill an NCR ranger in single combat.
Like, I'm gonna be the first to admit, like, most of the people who drool over this game, they aren't, like, they are too much most of the time, is what I would say. Like, don't get me wrong, every fandom is like that, basically. They obsess with it too much. But I feel like with these older games, especially with the original Fallout 1 and 2, it's less about them enjoying the game and more about them lording it over people, where it's like, oh, this game is old, it crashes a bunch, and not a lot of people like it. It's my game. If you don't like it, that's your fault. You know what I'm saying? It's just... It's annoying.
Something else you wanted?
Here it is. So now we get the best ending. Where we're going to have the con and the way that the Followers of the Apocalypse work is if you help out, you know...
Sure, boss. The old man will crawl around.
If you can ask the Followers of the Apocalypse to help out in the Battle of Everdan, but you can not do that. And if you don't, then bada bing, bada boom, they will. It is actually pretty fun, like them actually being exiled out for not helping them. The kings will still be the kings and just try to fight the NCR, then lose. So it would be a hostile takeover. Like, you could do it a little bit differently, where if you have GI Blues activated, you can kill Pacer, end the quest line early, or actually is it after you completed it? We'll see. Anyways, we're going to do this one again, because I didn't save last time, but I like this quest, so I'm just going to keep it here.
What is it?
There we go. Wait. Let's also get the activation code. So now that we have both, we could deactivate a bomb immediately. And one of the other things you could do in the control towers, instead of confronting it, you could just leave. And then disarm the bomb and all that. And then tell the colonel, and he'll be like, wait, it's
Yes,
fucking
what
sick.
is it?
And there we go. Let's do this quest line again. Gives me some more experience. Then we go to Arcagannon. He'll instantly help you out. Like, so the way that that quest line works, that at a lump sum, you don't really need the points if you're going with NCO, which kind of hammers it in.
You stick out like a sword.
No, they're the good guys. Okay, let's get started.
What an ugly little... You must have some whatever.
You must miss giving orders, not all your men are
Foot
dead.
soldiers of the Legion are trained not to have to think for themselves. They kill themselves to evade capture because... But I'm no foot soldier. I knew it.
Sounds like to me you're too gutless to follow Caesar's orders.
I'll show you gut.
Is something the matter, Celus? You look upset. Here, maybe you'd better step out for a moment. You've upset me.
Your friend is a miserable fucking degenerate.
I don't know. I thought he seemed like a nice guy.
If we were on the other side...
I expect to be awed by your dizzying mercantile sense, boss.
Yep. Now take these pistols.
Or I'd have him torn apart by dogs.
That's a long walk, Celus. I don't think it's gonna happen. You'd better just talk.
Also, the Legion armor is actually football armor repurposed for armor. Like just scraps metal in it. You can actually see it. And I forget which team it is, but I think it's somewhat like one of the either a place in a high school football team in the Mojave or something else like that. But I want to know how a coward can attain the rank of Centurion.
Coward? I've led charges against men with guns, carrying only my knife. And I can tell you, but suicide is a weak death on a battlefield. It says to your enemy that you fear.
And if you can't go through it, you even look weaker.
You think I'm going to slit my throat for some megalomaniacal self? I didn't work my way up to have it all be taken from me out of some... He's been shutting himself in his tent. Privately, he complains of headache. Time was essential for my mission, but we waited 3 days for him to dispatch us. Another of his headaches. Does that sound... He has an operative planted in this very base, but does he use his agent to rescue? He's content to have the agent spend his nights radioing troop positions back to our base camp. He knows I'm here.
Who's the operative?
I don't know. I know he sends intelligence by radio in the middle of the night.
See, doesn't it feel better?
I hope the Legion burns your wretched body. Nothing I could tell you.
You did well.
And now, we know where to go. See, they're both tied. The Legion and that, but I think there's a glitch where if you don't do it right, it doesn't work out. Like, if you don't have them, I put a spell on you and then while doing that, I think sometimes the game glitches out and it won't let you get the position, which is why they have the person. Oh damn it, I didn't talk to Captain Curtis, god damn. Let's hope that doesn't affect anything. If not, I'll have to activate it using commands and whatnot.
Nice to meet you.
There we go. So now we have to go up here and do that, even though we already heard it. We just have to hear it again to get the questline rolling and whatnot. So here we go over here. Where'd she go?
We won't go quietly.
Is she in here?
Count on that.
No, she's not in here. Is she just over here? Let's see. Yeah, she's up here.
You're back. No.
There we go. So we have the whitewash now, which is another one. So that one, it turns out it's a follower of the Apocalypse member who killed him to keep peace. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn him into the NCR because, you know, that's kind of the ending I'm going for. So now, let's see here, wait about 11 hours here for 1 a.m. Let's do 2 more just in case. Here we go. So we're going to go in here, check the access code, sneak into there, leave immediately, and do all that. So it's not about this. It shows. Is a scout. Broom, loose. If I can come on. So it's either sound or pound. It's a 50-50 shot. Never mind, I won't. Or will I? So it seems like Robco had a monopoly on these computers, which is bad. Monopolies are always bad no matter in what form they take. There we go. Hold on. Damn it. We always have to wait a bit for this. Just wait a few days and we'll see how it goes. Okay, let's try this now. Nope. This is the ending music too that we're hearing, which is nice. God, where are they? Just break in already! Is it really that hard? There he is, finally!
Lupa, this is Frumentarius Picus. Over.
Go ahead, Picus.
Afternoon patrol enters Fiend territory at 1300. Have them mind that stretch.
10-4, Picus. Fiends will be alerted.
Roger, Lupin.
What's the status of your primary mission, Picus?
Charges are set. Detonation will occur as the train leaves the station. Over.
How long?
Couple of minutes. Over.
Let's go. Then we're going to do the whitewash, which is another interesting quest line, which is, again, just for the NCR. Like, I feel like this game was rushed a bit, but it still got enough of its product out. Does that make sense? Like, people can play it now. They understand it's better than the rest of the Fallout series in terms of, like, you know, mostly story. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, Fallout 4 has probably some of the best gunplay and the best Fallout imagery in terms of, like, you know, giant suits, like, but I feel like it's over exaggerated to the point where it's not funny. Like, they took the Brotherhood of Steel being, you know, Knights of Yore and turned it up to 11, and they did it in both games where they both, like, where giant robots nuke everything, and that's the solution, is more nukes, you know, in a game strictly about nukes being bad. Like, damn. Like, what am I supposed to say to that? Like, nukes are bad, but you've used it to resolve the plot, like, 2 times by now. Fallout 3, you could barely choose, like, a different faction. Like, that was just the main story and that's it. At least in Fallout 4, there's, like, 4 options.
What is it?
He's in the Legion.
Kurt. I'll have Kurt.
And we don't get too much in terms of that. So after we go here and get Pearl and whatnot, we'll do that. The whitewash isn't... I'm just going to probably do the endings tonight, no matter how much I like whitewash, though. I want to make this episode at least under 3 hours. And I'm not going to do... Actually, I will do the Yes Man ending, because all I have to do is save, talk to Yes Man, put the little chip in the El Dorado substation, then do the Battle for River Dam again. And it's just the same as Mr. House's. So let's go outside. Save. There we go. Now we go to Ambassador Crocker. I wish there was a save for that, but instead we have to go through here and whatnot. At least we look cool. Like, the Enclave armor is the sickest armor. That's my... That's not even an opinion, that's just a straight fact. Like, I remember when I used to play Fallout 4, the only time I ever downloaded mods on it was just to make the power armor look cooler. And the only reason I have Skyrim is because on this computer is to download mods, but I'm still waiting for them to convert the regular Skyrim edition to the legendary pack. Oh yeah, this is a one where NCR troopers are just dancing here.
The fountain is for wishes, ladies.
The fountain is for wishes, ladies. Wait, did I already destroy? Okay, good. I haven't destroyed them yet. I haven't destroyed them. That's good. Because for the S-Man ending, I want them to be ignored.
They let ghouls into this.
Oh, no, now they're racist. Well, actually, it's not really racist. It's more of just, like, ghoulish. Technically, yeah. Like, I feel like whenever, like, people try to, like... actually, never mind. I'm not going to get into that yet. Hey,
it's good to see such an outstanding...
I wanted to talk to you about the boomers.
I hope you've returned.
They agreed to help me.
Excellent. In any of... It's good to see.
So
I did. We've made great. We've had.
Yes, whatever.
Violence is something more worrying. I need some.
Should I look into it?
First, our sources have tracked most of the attacks back. The problem is we can't simply kill him.
What do you want me to do?
Make it look like an.
Paisley's an addict to Jet, even though he has heart conditions.
That could be useful.
I was hoping you'd know.
Damn it, I'm an ambassador, not a doctor. I'm sure something will turn up.
So that was a wild wasteland thing. Didn't really work out though. I don't get the movie reference though, so
it's
not
good to see some.
They will help.
It's good to see some.
Add a little cycle to his jet and we'd have a heart attack.
Remind me never to get on your bad side. However, in that case, we could take a different tack. If we can't go after the man the kings, and go and talk to the king.
So we can either kill somebody or that. I think, personally, if you kill Pacer, it would turn out technically a better ending, but I feel like if it was my choice and mine alone, I'd obviously let, Pacer live, because even though he's a dickhead, just because you're a dickhead, you don't deserve to die. Most of the time, anyways. He did get a few of his own boys killed because he literally tried to fight soldiers who were beating the homeless people there. Gosh, and yeah, I know the whole situation has nuance where it's like the NCR have been very, very like aggressive towards the people of Freeside, but I feel like it's a circular, it's just a circular conflict where you don't really know who caused the conflict first. Was it the kings who never wanted to be like, the bottom who think who rule the territory? And stuff like that. Once you stop that violence against citizens.
I'll give it much.
There we go. So we've already done GI Blue, so that's why he agreed. This would be fun too.
Thank you for visiting New Vegas.
Johnny Uno. So we have the Ultralux, we have the station where you can actually get in early through there instead of even going to Freeside just by taking the tram. And all you have to do is be, I think, either accepted or liked by the NCR. I don't know which. I just know it's one of those. Anyway, this should be the last one. Then we go to the Hoover Dam to accept missions, and there, it's pretty fun. And at any time, we could just go to Yes Man and start, doing that shit. Where it's like, oh, the cons have accepted me. Oh, the cons are leaving. Oh, the cons are doing this, this, and that. Oh, stuff like that. So it's good. Tell them that the cons will accept. I spoke to the king. He promised he will stop violence against NCR citizens.
That's great to hear. Now, you're probably wondering about...
Glad to be of service.
I've received a message from Colonel Mora. You're not
There we go. We're not technically affiliated, but we are literally helping out the Republic. Like, there's literally nothing else, right? We are literally just working for the NCR at this point. We are hired merc. The only reason we haven't been accepted is because, payroll's better this way. So now this is actually a pretty fun thing to do. Like, you get to actually go into the Hoover Dam. They use this as a military base. because, you know, center of energy.
Good, you made it. I've been receiving reports about the savior of the NCR for a while now and wanted to meet you myself. You've proven yourself especially capable. And right now, I can use all the capable people like... Crocker gets handed the fluff missions that no one else wants to do. When people need something... Usually I dispatch one or more rangers to see these things through, but since the majority of my men are on assignment dealing... Make no mistake, there's a battle coming, and I intend to make sure there are no... One such loose end is a gang...
Recruits won't be a problem to anyone ever again.
Good riddance. We've had reports for years that they're the ones who supply the fiends with... In any event, no one will miss... We've had some disturbing reports. Our intelligence has discovered... We haven't been able to determine whom...
The emitters were up to something big, I saw.
Excellent. You'd think living in the lap of luxury and power would... Now that that's out of the way, let's see. Mr. House was a concern. Oh, that reminds me. You might be... The brass have been throwing around the idea of having the president visit the dam. With our recent achievements, several years ago we managed to wrest the Helios 1. It was a crushing victory, but no one's heard a peep from the Brotherhood since. Recently, we've had scouts go miss...
Is there no peaceful result?
Don't even think about it. Any brother... Any other object?
No, ma'am.
Dismiss.
Now it's time for me to dismiss orders. Do you know why? Because I'm not a motherfucking soldier. Time for me to cause diplomatic solutions. Diplomatic solutions, here I come! Oh damn, no, got him. Hurry, let's go. Oh man, I love being the pacifist asshole. Like I wish there was more games where you could just be actually pacifist. Like this game, you cannot be actually pacifist. Like not harm people. Like here's the thing. The difference between pacifist and harmless is that a pacifist can hurt somebody. Well, someone who's harmless is they literally cannot hurt you. So, the thing about I always wanted to do a playthrough, right? Whereas now, a pacifist person, right? He always makes sure no one's hurt, but he always does the most fucking awful things for payback, like trapping people in prison and like caving them in and leaving them for dead. He doesn't technically hurt them, but they're going to be dead. This here is looking to destroy you.
I suppose we've given up our claim to Helios, and we don't have any interest in... Perhaps it's time for a new strategy. Go to the NCR. Further, tell her that we are willing to send troops.
And there we go. Time for the best worst solution for the NCR, because now the Brotherhood of Steel is working with them, and they're going to be like, what in goddamn? I love doing that up steps. 82, that's like... Man, that's so good. I love that stuff. Now, one of the other things I like about the aesthetic is everything's just fucking rusted over. It's beautiful. Like, I love... Like, obviously I don't like owning shit that rusted, but shit that just looks rusted is fucking bomb. Like, something that is actually aged up and whatnot. It's like people are just, oh, rust is disgusting. Yeah, it's disgusting, but it has a vibe to it, you know? It's like, it's been through shit. It's not like a quote-unquote vintage shit that's been like trapped in a case for the last 40 to 50 years, just not even doing anything. It's just there. Like, it's actually been used. Something about that is just so cool. Oh, there she is. She's gonna be mad at me. Watch.
Has the Brotherhood been...
Touched the Brotherhood into supporting the NCR.
And you believed them? Ugh, Crocker will have a field day with this. I want to establish diplomatic relations with them. But we've got more important matters to attend to.
We got Infinite.
The President is due... Go up to the visit...
And here we go. All set. Then the Brotherhood is actually going to be here.
Glad you could join us.
I've already done this. Let's go.
We won't go quiet.
Oh yeah, the supply closet. It's the one over here. Here we go.
Those cons got the hint. We've shown everyone that these are our new territories.
Hey, you haven't seen my friend.
Maybe he's down in the
He
barracks.
isn't.
And now we go to Jordan.
I'll meet you on the observation.
This is the observation deck.
Only engine. No one can go up.
Who's authorized? I've always wanted to see that. Pretty please. And there he is.
I'll meet you on the observation. Have you finished your security?
I'm ready. So here's the thing. I'm just gonna go up here.
Hey!
Hey,
A nice guy came up and asked me if I wanted to join the NCR.
There we go. Like, the assassination part of this mission is pretty fun, but the protection part, it's interesting enough. Like, here's the thing. If you do this part, where you know this person's coming, you can immediately alert them so they leave before the engineer can set the bomb. And here's the thing, you can always tell that there's going to be an enemy coming out because they literally lock it before. They do it over there and they do it over here, as you've seen if you watched the last episode. So now we're just gonna wait. I'm minding away. I don't know what I'm to say, but I'll say it anyway.
I'd like to thank you for coming out here today to this very special occasion. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the President of the new California Republic, Aaron Kimball. Thank you.
He's dead.
Report.
Legion sniper.
Damn it.
There we go. Shit's cancelled. Leave.
Not now.
There we go. And he's gone.
Not. Good job today. President out safe.
And here we go again. You know what we'll do then? Misfortune is better than the security.
Finding my friend. You better show up soon.
So Misfortune is better than Mysterious Stranger because Misfortune has a gun that shoots holy shit a lot of times. What?
Private Watson sure seemed excited about meeting Kimball.
She up here? Oh, she's down here. I'm just gonna wait an hour. There we go. So, anyways, the motherfucking oh man,
Is the president sick?
The president has departed safely.
Good. His death could have had a major. While you were out, General Oliver arrived. I'm not at liberty to divulge what was said. Just
let's... Hold on, can I still do the wild bets? Yeah, I can. So let us save here. Then we'll do this.
It's best not to keep the general.
Let's do this. Wait! Shit! I forgot about the remnants.
Well,
we'll do this one later. We gotta do the Alden soon. East Freeside, let's go. Boop. Come on, let's go, go, go.
Hey, you're the one who...
Then we're gonna send him back. Then we're gonna send Rulu back to the shack.
I'm sure you'll be fair and equitable.
Oh, he can actually wear power armor. That's cool. Yeah, that's actually dope as fuck. Look at him. He actually looks menacing.
Not to worry, Bob. Good.
He's for this.
That's why you're the boss. You always make.
Okay, so he's gonna be back in his shack. I'm gonna be running naked around the wasteland for a bit. And then we're gonna get the good armor. Then we're gonna go back to Raul, get him back, and we're gonna have the armored Valkyrie. This motherfucker. There you go, kid. There's lunch. Watch him.
Thanks, mister.
There you go. I'm with you, kid. All the way.
Have you seen the new Securitron upgrades?
It looks like you took...
Yes, I'm right.
But the... In that case, they'll have our...
There. I've done it so the great cons go up.
What's up?
Instead.
If the
Now watch this.
I need to talk to you about something.
There we go. Now we'll do this. Although, as I said, the followers of the apocalypse going up and combining with the great cons is obviously a good ending for the great cons. There is an argument to say that they don't deserve it since, you know, they've dealt drugs and they're very, very bad in terms of, like, how they treat their own people. Like, and then, and sure, they've endured a lot, but that doesn't excuse their violence, especially how they can't. They're one of the first enemies you meet in the Fallout series in general. Like, I'm not lying about that. Like, you go to Shady Sands, it's a great con who capture, you know, the leader's daughter and holds her for ransom because, you know, why would they? Because I believe the story is the Vol had many cultures, and as, you know, as the people, you know, lived and whatnot, more and more people started to get more, like, a little bit more mad in the Vault. Where the three tribes came out. The Vipers, the Jackals, and the Great Khans. And they're all assholes. And I don't like any of them. Another thing about them is that the Great Khans kind of, like, well, I really don't like him in general due to, like, the whole entire attitude of death for revenge. Where even when everyone else is like, hey, we're against this, Regis is like, hey, we're gonna need a little bit more. Can you bring us something to make Papa Khan reconsider, like, fighting for the Legion? Then in the end, like, it's all just gross.
All right then.
Like, I don't like
Moreno
him.
took the fall.
I really don't like how the Great Khans are tried to made as, like, some sort of, like, woe is me tribe, where they're, like, trying to make you feel bad. Like,
if I had to pick anyone,
Massacre at Bitter Springs is awful, but you have to remember that it was caused because of a conflict. It wasn't one-sided. It was the Great Khans getting big old britches trying to fight, you know, the NCR. And the NCR is also at fault because they were imperialistic. They were trying to expand and conquer territories, just like Caesar's Legion is. And sure, like, their practices are, as people can deem them as, evil or tribal or whatnot, they still are people, and they should be treated as such until self-defense is needed to be employed.
Since my mother died.
Which, you know, it is how it is. Like, one of the things I've been really interested in is how, like, histories of the world, cultures and all that. And one of the biggest things about it is, like, learning that every culture is fucked up to some capacity, like, everywhere in the world. No matter where you throw the dot, people are assholes. And the problem with that is people like to make out one history worse than another one.
Maybe they can win this war after all.
You know, and
Glad to
shit
see
like
you
that.
made it here.
I'll talk to him in a minute. So he's gonna immediately leave, put on his armor, and if you fail, he immediately tries to kill you.
I didn't come over.
There we go, then you get daisies. There we go.
Moreno's a...
Another problem is what I call, like, the
I appreciate
like, people like to idolize the stupidest shit ever. Like, we gotta idolize the good people. We don't idolize the kings, because, like, especially, like, the British kings, because most of them are assholes. We have to idolize the jesters. You ever heard
Like I said,
of Henry II's jester, the farter, who got most of his money and property from being able to jump, whistle, and fart at the same time? We need to learn about that in school. Fuck everything else. Like, I don't want to learn about, like, oh, the supposed history of Thanksgiving. I want to learn about actual cool shit. You get what I'm saying? But no, they always got to do stupid shit. Like, every time. I'm not lying too. Like, they always got to teach the worst shit that I'm never gonna use. For what? God damn. Like, am I being like not? How do you say it? Am I the most impartial person? Fuck no, I'm human. Humans have always been, like, you know, judgmental and always tried to do shit their own way because that's how it's been done, you know? And although it is annoying, that is human nature, but human nature doesn't mean you always have to follow. You can break out of that nature, because I believe nature is like a habit. We've just domesticated feral beasts and turned them from savage monsters to whatever we can breed them to be using, you know, just selective breeding. We've done a lot of bad shit in humanity, but that doesn't mean we should accept it, nor doesn't mean we have to completely reject humanity. We could just grow from it, become bigger and better. There's nothing inherently wrong about humanity, but there's nothing inherently right. We just gotta learn to recognize the good and the bad and decide whether we want to like improve it or not. And most of the time, we should improve it. Like, are people assholes? Yes. Are people dicks? Yes. But people deserve the right to choose. And if they choose wrong, that's their fucking problem. They're gonna get punished for that shit. Like, it always happens. And damn it. The game heard I was talking shit. The game heard it. But we're about done. It's only 7.7 people have done for the Republic. Like, it makes sense that, you know, so more people have done, like, so it goes, how does it go? It goes Caesar, Mr. House, NCR, then Yes Man. Like, that makes sense to me because everyone likes choice. That's what they love in an RPG. They love the options. And Yes Man is nothing but options. Like, is he right options or wrong options? It doesn't matter. He's options. Is he the best or worst? No, he's options.
Welcome, sir.
It doesn't matter. He's the personification. It's your choice. Fuck it up as you please. Let's see, 42,000. And so I'm gonna treat myself today. We have some sniper suppressors, power fist chrome tubes, plasma casters, laser rifle beam splitters, high machine gunners, hunting rifle grenades, flamers, chainsaws, assault rifles, assault carbines. You know what? Fuck it. Chainsaw. Give me that chainsaw, boy. And now, time for some ammo. I'm not running out of ammo anytime soon. Almost there. Oh, they even have the nail gun still. So we're gonna save here now, because now we have everything we need. We have the companions, powered armored badasses, ready to do whatever we want. I think this is actually gonna be the best ending because, you know, we just betray the Republic at the very end. They're literally like, okay, this person, he's our man. He's gonna do what we want him to do. Then at the very end, it's like, yeah, fuck you guys. No one, Mojave belongs to nobody.
It's best not to keep the general.
Let's do this. Oh, there's a Team Fortress 2 up there.
Well, you took your swing. Let's get down.
What's this all
You've
about?
done.
What opportunities?
We now. I'm in the beginning stages of planning out an assault on. Once our forces are in.
There we go.
Sir, I don't know what happened. A bunch of Legionnaires just stormed into the power station.
Into the power station? How is that possible?
I don't know, sir. There was some talk of them entering through the clogged intake tunnels, but I don't have any confirmation. On my way up here, there was some chatter about their commander, the Legate, I think he's called, set up at some kind of base on the eastern bank.
Okay, listen here. Unless we can get some additional support, I'm gonna need you to help me resolve.
I'll take care of it.
Thanks for your.
Good gracious. The Legion is you.
What can I do to help?
I think that you should be able to divert the flow of the water into the computer to activate.
I'll take care of it. You see, we have the paladins here to even help. Boom. He's exploding. He's exploding too. Is this it? Die! No, okay, so let's not go to the lower levels just yet. Is it up here to do it? I wish they would tell me. Because this game hates telling people shit. Ah! 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 Retribution! Retribution for what? I can nothing, damn. Okay. Okay, so does it say it in the quest log? Let's go to the lower levels. I hope it's down there instead of up here. Eventually we'll say. So if it's not down there, we can go up instead and shred into anchors, because that sounds fun. Is this it? Looks like it. They even have vending machines on here. Go Rangers, go! We gotta get out of here, Ranger! Oh shit. Wait, what? Hold on. Oh, it's up here? Yep, it was at number 3. Oh no, not my game. It's broken. I'll finish this in a sec. God damn it. Damn it. I'll see y'all in a bit. I'll be back.